The beauty of physical evidence is that it tells a story. We look at the firearm, we look at the blood, there were cartridges left behind, projectiles were found within the toilet. Physical evidence cannot lie.
With Oscar's neighbours having testified earlier this week on the noises they heard in the early hours of February the 14th, today it was back to expert witnesses. First on the stand was specialist anaesthetist Professor Christina Lundgren, called by the defence to testify about gastric emptying. Oscar maintains that he and Reeva had supper at around 7 p.m, but the state wants to show that Reeva ate 2 hours or so before her death and that Oscar was lying about the two of them being asleep.
You would expect her stomach to be empty. If that was just a normal person that had something to eat, went to bed, after 8 hours you would have expected the stomach to be empty.
The meal was a chicken stir fry, and if there was undigestible fibre in the vegetables, I don't think anybody can categorically state that her stomach would have been empty after 8 hours.
Are you saying that that would have been, the delay in the gastric emptying would have been more severe or longer because of a stir fry than any other meal?
It may be. It's not an exact science, as Professor Simon said in his testimony, my lady.
Next on the stand was social worker Yvette van Schalkwyk, who was Oscar Pistorius' probation officer during the bail application. She herself approached the defense team asking to testify to counter allegations that Pistorius' emotions in court were insincere.
What is it that you want to tell the court?
What I saw from the first time that I saw him, from the first second, was a man that was heartbroken about the loss. He cried, he was in mourning, he suffered emotionally.
Van Schalkwyk's comments led to a legal argy-bargy between Barry Roo and Gerrie Nel, with interjections from Judge Masipa, who then allowed her testimony.
What are we dealing with? Are we dealing with evidence of a previous consistent statement, or what are we dealing with? If that is to lead evidence of a previous consistent statement, it's inadmissible.
That whole part of the law deals with relevance.
It is
the
relevant.
evidence should be relevant to the charges.
I think it's relevant, Mr. Nel.
Van Schalkwyk then read through reports she wrote about her sessions with Pistorius.
Madam, you saw the accused for the first time after his arrest at court.
That's correct, my lady.
And he was crying.
That's correct, my lady.
And he felt sorry for himself.
No, I'm not agreeing about that.
Have you dealt with other family murder matters?
My lady, I just want to explain. When I saw an accused, I usually saw accused for a probation officer's report, for a pre-sentence report or a pre-trial report, never directly after arrest. So I can't comment on that.
He killed her on the 14th and you saw him on the 15th.
That's correct,
and
my
he said
lady.
he missed her.
Yes.
He missed Reeva so much, but it's the same man that shot and killed her the day before.
He said to me he accidentally shot her later on.
You see, I never wanted to go there, but you now volunteered that. So now we're back at the accused version. He said to you, and you remember, I accidentally shot her. Is that right?
That's correct, my lady.
Do you know what his version in court is?
No, I
Not
don't
in
know.
evidence, but his defenses.
No, I don't know.
Defenses, he thought he was under attack by intruders, and that's why he fired. So it changed since he spoke to you.
The defence's long-awaited ballistics expert, Wally Volmarans, was called to the stand shortly before the lunch break. He had a CV as long as his arm and gave a dry, technical account of his observations. He wanted to demonstrate the workings of Pistorius' gun with a real weapon, but hadn't brought one along.
Captain Mangena told me you've got a firearm at court. I don't know if it's permitted, my lady, but then I'll make it safe and I can explain the gun to you how it works.
My lady, we've got a crack team, but we don't have any guns.
Okay.
Good thing.
Wolmarans demonstrated how he used boards to figure out how far Steenkamp was standing from the toilet door based on the spread of the splinters.
It is not possible to determine with accuracy the sequence of the shots and the body position of the deceased.
When discussing some of the injuries to Steenkamp's body, the accused covered his face and looked down.